Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? We had a long night last night. Hey Shauna, what's going on? Just coming on because I do know they have court today, and I'm hoping that we will get in. Don will come on and tell us they started court. They just started court probably about 10 minutes ago. She said, I'm waiting. She said, hey, Mama, I'm waiting on you. And so, we're going to get into what's going on. I literally said to myself, oh, how much charge do I got? I don't have that much charge on that phone. Where's the other phone? Where's the other phone? There it is. We're going to... I had other stuff I had to get done today. It's like every day it's another case. Yeah, it's definitely another. Oh, there's a lot of... Oh, shoot. Somebody called. Sugar Mama called. Oh, I got to call her. I got to call her. It's like my phone ain't got no charges. I mean, we, as the people of the world, have to do better. This is crazy. It feels like I live in the scariest movie in the world, and I can't wake up. Well, you're not the Lone Ranger, I'm telling you. Let's see here. My phone that gives me all the updates is like They're not only updates. They haven't did no updates yet. They haven't did any updates. 2 hours ago, they're just saying that they're due in court. That's all they're saying. Um, let's see here. They're telling they were arrested. They're due in court. Oh shit! And then the power just went straight off. But nothing came on that. Nothing came on it. It feels like I live in the skip. No, you know what? Things happen. Things do be happening. Let me find this invite guest so that when do we need to update your nah, it's just my plugs, my charge. I was supposed to charge it last night, and let me see how much charge this phone got. This phone do not have that much charge. No, it does not. But I don't know. This phone is going crazy. But it should brighten up. I hate that it unbrightens. I'm going to have to take something out. Something is definitely taking my charge. It definitely is. Let's see. Display. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I can see. It says Jake is faced up to 6 years behind bars. Okay. There's no no. 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 Let me see. Let me see. Updates. Nope. There's really no updates yet. There's really no updates yet. Well, they only been in court for about 15 minutes. They say the judge isn't to blame for Jake Heroes. Like, yeah, that's what they say. Let me see. They do that so small you can't even read it. So, who is Emmanuel? Yeah, let's see here.
Miss Melissa Marquez, Melissa, Marquez, Marquez.
Melissa, tell me what you're doing here today. Tell me you're here for the Haro case, I'm assuming.
Yes, we want justice. We want answers. We want to find him. He's our baby. He's our baby now. Everybody from all over the place has been on this case. I've been on it since day one when I heard. I have children of my own. I have a 5-year-old that, to me, it means a lot. We want answers. We really do. We want to know where he's at. Tell us, please, where he's at, and we will go ahead and take care of him now because we're not getting the answers we need. We're just getting a runaround, and we want justice for this little guy. We truly do, and we feel it in our hearts, and it's many people that are here that feel this case so close to home, and it's going on so much in the world now, and it needs to stop. It needs to stop, and that's why we're here to show support and to let him know that he is not alone, and he sees everything that everybody is doing for him. The community, everybody has been so close together.
I was reading the caption.
All want the same thing, which is answers.
Where did you come from today?
From from Riverside. I'm from here. Yes, I'm here. I don't drive far, but this is so close to me that definitely I had to be here. I haven't been to the home where everybody's been.
I wasn't saying that the judge isn't responsible. I believe that he should have had prison. I was reading one of the updates that said that the judge wasn't responsible.
But to me, it's my day off. I'm here. I'm here to show my support and my heart and bring my children here. So we all want answers, basically.
Okay. Anything else that you want to end with?
Just please, people, keep praying that we find him, that we bring him home, and just keep praying for justice, please. And this needs to stop.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Today, the parents of baby Emmanuel Haro are due in court today to face murder charges.
The body of their son has still not been found. Gigi Graciette is live in Riverside now with a preview. Good morning.
Good morning. We're in front of the Riverside County Courthouse, and court watchers will be watching closely because it is a big day in the case of the disappearance of baby Emmanuel Haro. Take a look. Today marks 3 weeks that his parents reported he had been kidnapped, but investigators say that never happened. Court documents indicate investigators believe Emmanuel is dead,
Shauna.
and that it happened as early as August 5th. That's believed to be the last day detectives can actually confirm he was alive. Today, his parents, Jake and Rebecca Haro, who are still behind bars, will be formally charged with his murder, along with filing a false police report. And even though the baby's remains have not been found, detectives say they believe he died as a result of continuous child abuse. Now, Jake Haro will be defended by the Riverside County Public Defender's Office, while Rebecca will be defended by a private attorney, Jeff Moore, appointed by the court. Jake is also facing an older charge of being a convicted felon. You may remember he was convicted back in 2023 of child abuse on another child of his and was on probation. Well, he was charged with being in the possession of a gun and ammunition. Obviously, that's strictly prohibited. Prosecutors will not have to present any evidence today. That'll be done at a prelim hearing, the date for which could also be set today. Now, bringing it back here live, the Riverside County Public Defenders has assigned Deputy Public Defenders Allison Lowe and Paulette Garthwaite to represent Jake, while Jeff Moore, Blumenthal and Moore, a private attorney, has been appointed to represent Rebecca. Now, some of court watchers, some of you who watch cases may find those names familiar. That is because Allison Lowe and Jeff Moore both represented in separate incidents the Turpins, David and Louise. You might remember that is the couple that was charged and eventually convicted of abusing 12 of their 13 children, also here in the Inland Empire. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
Okay.
Time to check those lottery tickets because nobody picked all 6 numbers in last night's massive Powerball drawing, but somebody in the Inland Empire came so close to it.
Yep, it was bought in Riverside, and Mario is there at that store.
Oh, wow. Somebody in Riverside got a lot of the Powerball, you guys. Hey, Lisa Taylor, how you doing? We're just sitting here sitting in the wait. Sitting here in the wait. Yes. Somebody in Riverside got some big money. Somebody in Riverside got some big money. Father admit to inside the mines. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna put my phone on the charger since they don't have anything yet came out. Nothing has came out yet, you guys. I went and I looked, and it is early, and yeah, we're just going to we're gonna sit in the wait. We're gonna sit in the wait. If you guys got something to do, go ahead and do it. And Good morning. Good morning. We're waiting to see what's going on at the courthouse. It might be something going on. I kind of want to go on the Facebook, but have you guys heard anything? Let me know if you've heard anything, because it's been. I mean, they're probably just not getting out of court, but like I said, it's probably just let's say it's an arraignment again. That's all it is. It's arraignment again, and it's not that big of a deal. They just said who the attorneys was. Jeff Moore is going to be. It's a private attorney for Rebecca. That's surprising to me that she's got a private attorney and he's got public defenders. But he's got like 3 or 4 public defenders, and she got one private attorney named Jeff Moore. And so I guess they are the ones that represented the Turpin family or whatever, which a lot of people may know about that case. I didn't follow that case. I didn't know what happened on the case. I literally, a lot of cases that's in California, if they were like, the only case that we followed in California that was classic and sincere was the baby case. Usually, the other stuff, it was always grown-ups like the Mendez brothers. I just finished watching the movie, and some of the dialogue of what happened in that case, I did not know OJ was arrested and was in the same jail, right the next cell over from one of the Mendez brothers, and they spoke lightly. And it's a lot of politics and stuff. So I just finished watching all of that. You say, "Oh, SP, you're behind." Yeah, I know. Yeah. But so would I tell you that judge solely responsible for the making of that child? He might as well have been in the room that night when they was doing it. Shauna, you are so right. You have been on it. I think this case has gotten to many people, and I think we're a little bit ahead of ourselves. So get yourself arranged. You know. Right. She said they can't be represented by the same attorney. You're right. I know they can't be represented by the same attorney, but I don't know how Rebecca ended up with a private attorney. And she ended up with a private attorney. Rebecca's got a private attorney. And Jake does not. They actually even have to get a DA from another county to charge each other. And one of them, because they can't both, it's like they can't. Cops can't work for cops. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. It's weird. It is so weird. What's going on? It's so weird. It's crazy. It's crazy. I shouldn't have came on here already because I still haven't gave my dog his medicine. Oh, crap. I just came on here and got to be a little bit more careful. Let's see. Yeah, buddy. Yep. Good morning, Karen. Good morning. She said, "Are we ready?" No, we're not ready. We're not ready. We just came on because I still got to give my dog his medicine, and that takes about 10 minutes because he roughs and he don't want it. And but I know that they went to court. They're in court now, or they went to court, and I'm trying to catch Don. So, because Don is there, and it's, but at the same time, when they go to court and get out of court, they, every news channel will go live and give a little clips of what happened also, So, you know, I want to know what happened, you know. She said, right, but that doesn't mean like her family hired him. That means they had to give her one because there's no other choice she has to be represented. Oh, okay. Okay. I kind of was thinking that, but I didn't know. I kind of just was like, but why they give her one, and let me see what the heck. And they give her one and give him 2 or 3. Okay, so they have to be represented separately, and it has to be by law. So they have to have a judge say that she can be represented by a lawyer. She don't have to pay. Right. Yeah, I get that, but they said a private attorney, so I guess, you know, because I heard one case, the attorneys was telling us about sometimes like when they are attorneys and they work, um, you have to do so many community hours that, and you get paid. Trust me, the state pays you very well. I mean, it's not bad money, but you do get paid being an attorney. And, they pick you to, especially if you don't got some work, then you go up there, sign up. It's almost like uh, like agency work. Like you look at, okay, well, I've got a little time or something, or I'm gonna do some of this work, community service work, but you get paid. You get paid pretty good. It's not like they're doing it and they're not getting paid. Trust and believe. So yeah, I kind of thought, I said, you know what? I almost even came on a little bit more earlier. She said, I have lost internet. Girl, don't worry. Trust and believe. You're not missing nothing yet. Um, I definitely like, sometimes I just go with what I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like some people be like, "Oh, I'm not coming on unless I got it," or whatever. You know, this is what I do. Like I literally sit sometimes and wait for the news to, I know it's going to happen. So I wait to see what they say, but I don't want to just, okay, now they said this, let's go live. Like, no, like let's all sit in the weight together. Dang, this phone is not charging like it should. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why. Let's try this one. Because that just took me for. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. Well, this one do charge, but it just takes forever. I should have. Okay. It says it's charging. So. Okay. I would hate to be them lawyers because they have no choice in the matter. They have to represent these people. And I am not going to stand up nowhere and represent nobody hurting children. Well, they have a choice. It ain't like you got to do this or such and such. They have a choice now. I think that, they have a choice. Trust and believe they have a choice. They don't just say, okay, you represent this person. Because not everybody's going to feel like, you're innocent or you guilty or whatever. But if you're on the docket to get work and do your community time or whatever, you signed up for or whatever, why not? I mean, some cases are just, they're loser cases. I just know in my heart I couldn't do it. I know. I told my girlfriend, uh, her name is Lisa. Lisa, she used to come in here. Haven't seen her in a while, but I used to tell her, how can you represent people in, to know if they're guilty or not guilty? And she was like, you first of all, you don't ask them if they're guilty or not guilty. I was like, whoa, that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? You don't ask them. She said, no, you don't ask them. She said, I just can't stand up and fight for life that took the life of an innocent child. I know what you mean. I probably couldn't do it either. When at the time, like whatever case we were going over, I felt that way. I was like, how can you, and you get these people off and they go do it again or do some worse or, well, it's a job. And you could do that. And at the time, I couldn't understand how a person can represent a person and know or believe that they are guilty or whatever. But then now that, I done grew a little bit in knowledge and then I'm comparing just like, I always try to compare like my life. Like, say for instance, and I'm just being honest with you, like we don't know all the detailed information. We just don't. So, like I was at the hospital doing the clinicals and this guy comes in and he was a gang member and he was Spanish. So he speak no English, but he was shot maybe 2-3 times or something. And so I was the nurse, I was a nurse behind another nurse, shadowing a nurse, and we had to care for this patient. Well, we didn't know the details of the whole case. And they had police at the door. So, and so, but we didn't know what actually happened, We wasn't there. We don't know none of the story or none, but we had to care for the person. And we cared for the person and try to, there was a language barrier. But anyway, at the end of the day, like, so 2 3 days I worked there and then I was done. Like there's more work that had to be done, but see, I was only there for like 3 days. And so later on, I ended up, learning that that person had done something, to someone else, like killed them or something. And I'm pretty sure their family members was like, "Oh, how could you take care of this person?" First of all, I didn't know. Second of all, even if I did know, we still would have to care for the person, We still would have to care for them. So, exactly. Uh Shauna says exactly, you got to go with your heart and your feeling because that's who's living your life. You do a research and make sure this is right so we don't put out fake news. Exactly. Exactly. So we're trying to it's gonna be a while, like he might be there, he might not be there, he might come on, he might not come on. But even if he don't, I'm trying to charge up 2 phones at one time. And the phone I probably need to charge up. Now here, you know what? I'm trying to charge the wrong phone up. I'm trying to charge that phone up because, oh wow, it was charging really good too. I'm gonna go ahead and keep charging it. That's the phone I really, really like. But the other phone charges up like that. Yeah, that phone charges up like quick. You know. So we'll see. We will see. Um, hmm. Well, while we're waiting, I'm going to let's. I'm gonna just go ahead and see what I can see. I'm gonna share my screen. I just my head can't wrap around. Where does this ever stop? Let me see. Share screen. Entire screen. Huh. I was just looking at something. It don't let me share. It do not let me share. I don't know why it does not. She said, I wish I could just call and talk because I can't do all this writing in. I told you I'm slow. I can't keep up with the chat in real lifetime. You're okay. We're on here just to waiting to see what's going to happen. I was trying to see how my screen can share. And I was going to go into something else, but I guess it does not let me do that. Huh. Let's see. No. Stop sharing. Okay. So let me see here. Stay right here. I'm going to go out for a minute and maybe I'm gonna try to get. Oh crap! Let's see here. Let me see. Jake Hero. Yeah. Let me see what they got going on here. Okay. They don't have anything I see. I don't see anything. Okay. Okay. Okay, so sis, what did you say, Shauna? I used to wonder why they people put people in categories like that's a doctor, lawyer, and stuff. But I guess because they're both fighting for people's lives, we're fighting for what is right, but should be a lawyer who goes out in public to the world fighting for what he knows, fighting for someone who knows is wrong. Everybody knows. It makes me wonder what's really going on here. Well, you know, um, we definitely don't. We definitely do not know. Let me see here. Um, let's see. That's twirling all around. So, um, it says published 3 hours back. We don't know. Uh, I'm letting it so you guys can see my screen. Okay. So this is where he says forensically there are a number of things that we were able to prove up. Dicus said, adding that he could not share details at the news conference due to the ongoing investigation. There is a tremendous amount of evidence that suggests the initial story posed was not the correct story. Okay. Yeah, well, okay. The car was seized. The investigation has unfolded over the course of the last 3 weeks, beginning with the reported kidnapping in the parking lot. Okay. See right there, it is hugely important to actually find the body, but it's not essential. Okay.
If you have a strong enough circumstantial evidence, physical evidence, DNA, to indicate that there was a murder, you may prosecute people even if the body is never found. Yeah, yeah, that's a scare tactic. It's hard. It's hard. An arrest warrant was filed for Jake Cruelty 2018. Dropped the girl on the scene. Jake pleaded guilty to felony to serve 180 days jail. Yeah, there it's nothing. I don't see nothing new. I just don't. I don't see anything new. I just don't see anything. I wasn't paying attention to it. I'm a blind. I can only do one thing at a time. How do you keep seeing notifications pop up at the side of my phone, but I'm over here trying what? To type, so I wasn't paying. It was the first story, which is why they have to be charged separately now for the murder and the faking of the kidnapping. Well, I had put that in there, and um, who knows if you know they things go back. I don't know. You know, we just don't know. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see, Jake. Let's put court hearing today. Okay, let's see here. Uh, you don't need to know about the insurance and all that other stuff. Crap. Take that out of there. Oh, it's still bouncing around. It's still bouncing around. Okay. I don't want to do all that. They doing too much. They doing way too much. All right. Uh-huh. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. So now we see that. How many kids you got? I got 3. I'm just saying, if that's the world doing good, that's how we fight for justice. I don't know if that's correct. Regular stock, 180 days in jail. That's what's wrong with the world today. A judge should not have been able to take that. It was the first story, which is why they have to be charged separately now for the murder and the faking of the kidnapping. Well, they have not came out with anything, so I may should have went and looked on Facebook and seen if they had something. But just just waiting around to see. So, I guess, an arraignment does not really mean too much. Just saying yes or no or whatever. So, I just said that maybe we have to um, wait until court is over with. Maybe so. Maybe so. I don't know. I was still trying to figure out some stuff on here. When I say share my screen, I'm trying to share and it says the entire screen. Then it says the window. This is okay, let's see. Let's see. You know, I'm thinking that wow, that's weird. Morgan and Morgan. Uh, that's weird. That's weird. Okay. So, okay, what did you say? How many kids you got? Readiness. You work today? Yep. I do work today. That's why I'm saying I don't even know that I trust their opinion anymore. Look what they're giving him, 180 days for what he did to that baby. Seriously. Well, that's the past, Shauna. That's the past. And here's the thing: like the arraignment today, they're just gonna say guilty or not guilty. And I'm pretty sure having attorneys, they're gonna say they're not guilty. They've been saying they're not guilty. I honestly think, and this is weird because I didn't think it before, that because they had the first arraignment, but they didn't even have their attorneys. Now they got attorneys. That's weird that you have an arraignment and you don't even have no attorneys. The judge didn't even make sure you had attorneys. So it just seems to me like they buying time. They buying time. And they just did not want them to run. So that's why they locked them up early. Meaning of court system fighting, not putting these people where they belong. Well, you got to remember, Shauna, you are innocent until proven guilty. You are innocent. I would hate to be, just because it looks like that and everybody thinks that, and then you have to prove you're innocent. You know, that's not our law. Our law is, well, it's supposed to be where you have a right to a trial and face your accusers, and then you know they had to make sure they have attorneys. You just can't just put them up there. And so it's a lot was done wrong, but I think it was done wrong on purpose. Buying time, trying to see if one would crack. What I mean? So that's what happens on that. When I was growing up, I was so, doctors and lawyers, they fight for humans' life no matter what, whether they're good people or bad people. But today I know that's not the truth. And I don't know what do you mean? Doctors and lawyers do fight for people, whether they're good or bad. I mean, that is true. That's why you have lawyers. They don't know if they're bad. I mean, they got a job to do. And if you're a defense attorney and they choose you to represent these people, you're going to try to do your job. You're going to try to, if it sounds stupid, you definitely going to give your client the right advice. What I'm telling you is, if you got enough money, you can pay people to do anything. And you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but you know what a corrupt system is. Yes, I do know what a corrupt system is. And yes, if you have money, it's so much easier to get things done. But money don't pay for everything. Money cannot pay for everything. Trust me, it can't. There's people who got money in jail right now, and that's probably why they got in there. They thought that, money. I mean, you can have good attorneys. You can pay people that fight for people like Cassie Anthony, and these people, they shouldn't even have a job because there's something wrong with their head. Mentally, those people are wrong. Well, we think they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? And the evidence that they show says that they more than likely did what they're saying that they didn't do, like Casey Anthony, and so that's why we have a system. And some of the time, if you or I went to court for what P. Diddy went to court for, for a fact, it would be different. Well, you're right. It would be different because P. Diddy has money, but in all reality, only thing that okay, let's not put everything in one jar and just say, see what I'm saying? Because when you put P Diddy is a person just like you and I. He have rights like you and I. Not saying he's right, he's wrong, or what he did, but what can they prove that he did? You know what I'm saying? Like, only thing I seen P Diddy did was have parties, and they were those type of celebrity parties. People went or they didn't have to go or whatever. And then his girlfriend, she stayed around, and I don't know if he actually, if they can say like they had federal cases behind him. Well, what's the federal case? Do you know if someone got, I mean, there is always rumors of things happening. I I really couldn't tell you if he did those things. We don't know. I mean, because there's all kind of rumors out there. Money, just lawyers, 3 million. I'm saying morally as a person, for me, I don't understand that. And the fact that the world, my world around me is okay with that, I don't know. It makes it scary. Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, if you have money, you can get a good mouthpiece. That means someone that's going to be able to talk and kind of separate facts and things that allegations. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Now, does it work all the time? No, it doesn't. It doesn't work all the time. But that doesn't, I mean, we do have a broken system. It doesn't work. Some people are mad because Jake was out on his, on his own. And so therefore, they thinking and the system is broke. But we keep some people we get mad and we get angry. I want to know, did you vote? Did you vote for the people who are judges that's still in there? Because if you picked and you voted and you kept them judges in there and you kept the senates in there and you kept the governor in there and you kept the mayor in there, or you just said, oh, I'm gonna let somebody else go and do all that voting, I'm just gonna be over here complaining. Oh, okay. But the same thing is happening that's happened last year and the year before then, because guess what? You're still not voting. And then some people be like, oh, they got an excuse. They be like, oh, I didn't vote, or it's rigged, or da 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 da. But at the end of the day, like, you're one person. You can vote. Does it make a difference? Yes, it does make a difference. If every one person went and voted that mayor out and put a mayor in there, or voted that governor out, took that governor out and put a governor in there that's saying that they're going to do this and do that. But what happens is, even when we vote and we get the person in there that we want in there, that person is now in the hot seat. And then if they go against the whole world, we sitting there looking like, okay, you're going to let such and such go. You're not going to charge this person because they're this and that. But at the same time, the same person that voted them in is the same people that, they wait and watch for the system to not work. And then they say, oh, this world is it's just so horrible. That's one thing about America. When you live in America, you can become you can become anything. You can become a doctor, you can become a lawyer, you can come whatever you want to be. But then once you get the job, that whatever you want to be or whatever you want to do, are you going to do the job? Trust me, It's easier sitting back, delegating and being mad. It's so easy to say, I'm mad. I'm mad Jake took this baby out. I'm mad. They didn't, they arrested him as soon as possible. I think they arrested him too early. I mean, was we happy he was arrested? Everybody say yes. We were happy he's arrested. Well, I just think they were just on borrowed time. I believe that they arrested him because they did not want him to run and that they wanted to squeeze them, and they was not going to be able to squeeze them if they was not under any kind of pressure. That's just what I see. Do I think that they have enough evidence? No, I don't believe they do. I believe that they will get evidence, and they was waiting on that 1 week of, okay, we're gonna put them in jail, we're gonna divide them up, we're gonna go, because here's the thing, like, what could they have found that's evidence that proves this, that proves that? And they found it. What, they was arrested on the 26th. They made the report on the 14th. So that gives them like 12 days. Okay, you made a false police report. That's one charge. But now you're saying in 12 days, you have proof that there was long-term abuse, and not only that the child is murdered, and that you have a strong indication where this child is. Let me tell you something about a strong indication, you guys. I'm going to tell you right now. The strong indication, normally when they say they have a strong indication, then they pretty much know what they know. Whether the child is in a landing field or the child is somewhere in the desert. I don't believe that the child is in the desert. I just don't believe that. Now, could it happen? Yeah, it can happen. I'm just saying, I just don't believe it. I think Jake's too lazy to go dig a hole. I just think he is. I think he's really lazy. And the smart thing to do is not go dig a hole, because then you're in a car, you got your phone with you or whatever. I mean, that's not smart. Go dig a hole somewhere. You out there in the desert. They out there in the desert. They with dogs. They're looking. They got Jake with them. They want to see his response while he's out there. They want to see his response. And he's just standing there. We didn't see from the minute he got out the vehicle and, in the Badlands. We did not get to see that part. Our friend Don said he was only out there for like 5 minutes. He wasn't out there that long. He stood there. You didn't see him point to nothing. He just stood there. They can't just take him out of jail and say, hey, we're taking you here so you can be seen. Now, they wanted Rebecca to see him. I believe that. I believe they wanted Rebecca to see him, and then maybe Rebecca would go, oh, man, he telling, because trust and believe, she didn't have no attorney talking to her or nothing. So she don't know. She don't know if he's talking, he's telling, or what's happening. She don't know. So then attorney say, you need to not do no more press. And he said, I want to do a press conference. I want to talk to the public. Basically, God is with us. God is with us. God is with us. And Rebecca, it's almost like a Bonnie and Clyde. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a Bonnie and Clyde. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking about this situation, and I'm like, he's trying to give her a message so that let's see. I'm sitting here talking, but let's see what they got on here. Okay, we got a little bit of power here going on. So let's see what they got. It still don't have nothing new on here. Nope, nothing new is on here. Okay, let me look. Let me see. Update. Okay. The parents of baby Emmanuel are facing, investigators believe the baby is deceased and that the kidnappers reported a false. The father, Jake, was on probation. Okay, the parents will appear. They say they will appear. So they still haven't appeared. They still saying the same thing, you guys. The Riverside County Public Defender Office has assigned Deputy Public Defender Allison Lowe and Paulette Garthwaite to represent Jake. He is also facing an older charge of being a convicted felon in possession of a gun and ammunition, which is strictly prohibited. He was convicted in 2023, child abuse of another child, one of the children, and was on probation at the time of the new charge. Rebecca will be represented by private attorney Jeff Moore, who was appointed by the court. Both Lowe and Moore have represented David and Louise Turpin, the couple convicted of abusing 12 of their 13 children in the Inland Empire. Okay. Jake and Rebecca was each charged with felony on August 26th. They were also charged with filing a false police report. Initially reported that their son had been kidnapped on August 14th. Okay, Rebecca says she was attacked while changing his diaper. She claimed that someone said hola to her, after which everything went black. I woke up on the floor. Everything went blank. I woke up on the floor and my son was gone, she said. The couple appeared on several news reports, making pleas. Over the weekend, investigators said the couple had stopped cooperating, adding that there was inconsistencies. Okay. Arrest on August 22nd, the Harrells was taken into custody. I thought they was taken in custody on the 26th. Okay. Authorities searched the home. Weekend, they searched for the boy's body near a freeway while the father wearing a jumpsuit. The San Bernardino County Sheriff Department said it wouldn't describe Jake's presence. During the search as providing them assistance, but declined to elaborate on anyone. So they're still looking for this child. They're still looking. They have no see 1 hour ago they say that they're due in court. And we already seen that, you guys.
The parents accused of murdering their 7-month-old baby are set to appear in court today. The child's remains have not yet been located. KTLA's Aaron Myers is live outside the courthouse in Riverside with the latest.
Okay,
Aaron,
so that's one.
Good morning, Eric. Baby Emmanuel has been missing since at least August 14th, and now his parents are expected to be arraigned sometime this morning. They were first in court on August 26th, but that was postponed so they could be appointed a public defender, each of them. This is baby Emmanuel, just 7-month-old when he was reported missing. That was on August 14th. Now, investigators believe he may have died several days before that. His parents, Jake and Rebecca Haro, have since been charged with murder and filing a false police report. The Haros were arrested last month at their home in Cabazon. This after Rebecca Haro said that the 7-month-old was kidnapped from a Big Five sporting goods store in Yucaipa during an assault that she said left her unconscious and with a black eye. Soon after her initial report, investigators said they noticed inconsistencies with her account of events and said that the couple was being uncooperative. In a news conference, the district attorney says they believe Emmanuel was severely abused over time and that he succumbed to his injuries. Investigators have searched for baby Emmanuel, Jake Haro even seen on one of those searches, but the baby's body hasn't been found, though the district attorney did indicate authorities have a pretty strong idea where his remains are. In jailhouse interviews with the Southern California News Group, both of Emmanuel's parents denied involvement in his disappearance. Jake Haro has a previous felony conviction for willful child cruelty. He was also arrested last year for illegal possession of a loaded firearm and has probation violations. Now back here live, the Haros are being held on $1 million bail each. Once again, their arraignment is scheduled for sometime this morning. We will be heading into court for that. At this point, the district attorney's office is asking people to be patient as not many details have been released. Reporting live here in Riverside, I'm Erin Myers.
Okay. So nothing has been released yet. This is crazy. They definitely got to be out of court by now, because it's almost, okay, so they're 2 hours ahead. So it's got to be like 9:50 now. 9:50. They've been out of court. They got to be out of court. It's just, hey, Monique, how you doing? Hey, Lisa Taylor, what's going on? Hey, Karen, how you doing? They got to be out of court by now. That's crazy. Let me go into like maybe let me see. And the parents have lawyered up. That's all they're saying. Oh, hold on, you guys. Okay. That was my daughter. Update. Baby Emmanuel is still missing, and now the parents have lawyered up. See more. They asked her to take a lie detector test, like 2-year-old. Make it make sense. That didn't say nothing. Okay. Hold on. Let's see here.
I don't know. I've been checked out, so I don't know what's been going on regarding the Emmanuel Haro case. I do have additional leads, a slew of leads. We will be putting those leads out accordingly. And County Line Road, she is a bus, as in Jenny Bus, Joni Bus, has now entered the chat. Tell us who you are.
My name is Joni. I'm here at the potluck, and I'm here with Ahmed.
Ana Tira, thank you so much.
Yeah, I come here, and my pastor secretary, she signed for deaf people.
Also, sign language. I know sign language. I used to.
I'm Joni.
Joni.
Ahmed.
How do you say Ahmed in ASL?
Ahmed. Anakia. VUSF. Joni Bus.
You're not related to the Lakers, are you?
Oh, God, yeah.
Are you really?
My husband, Jerry Bus.
No way. We love you too. You will not.
Eat my people too.
I am.
Eat my shoulder.
You're my homegirl.
My homeboy.
Hey, I got a bus. My homegirl bus. Joni Bus.
Shortcake.
How many people can say they're homegirls with an actual bus? Me.
Okay.
Riverside County Sheriff deputies have now entered the chat. Ahmed Villoso, you can see them.
That was 8:22.
Little Emmanuel has captured the heart of not only the Inland Empire, but of the country and the world. Poor Emmanuel should be here enjoying his beautiful life. We are at his vigil here in Cabazon, California, and it's just so beautiful to see.
Hey, back. Go back to the line.
Is that the attorney? Is he coming forward? Oh, he wants to get in the anyway, talk to us.
Oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm just looking.
Who is this? Are they family? No, they're the neighbors. What do you have to say? Where's the baby? Yes. Where's the baby? What do you have to
Why? If they run us over, they'll get another charge. It's okay.
He likes attention. He likes that. He likes the attention.
We have made it back to the memorial, and you can see, although it's nighttime, that it has grown substantially.
Special shout out to Anna.
This newly.
Authorities also said when they went into the home, there was no pictures of baby Emmanuel. There was no clothes. There was nothing. There was no trace of him ever being there. It was like they erased him, like he never exists. And I'm pretty sure once the authorities went into Jake and Rebecca's home, that is what actually sealed the deal. As far as the authorities saying, you know what, we have enough evidence now. We can charge them with malice.
Huddle with KES. Take a very active scene this morning at the Harrow home in Cabazon. What we can confirm is both Rebecca and Jake Harrow have been arrested for.
Okay.
I see true.
Yeah, why Jake was there. If he's not showing investigators where the baby is, if he's not actively participating in the search for this baby, but he is just there with detectives.
Hey, Southwest Oklahoma. The parents of missing baby Emmanuel officially charged with murder. Happening a couple minutes ago, I confirmed it that they've been charged with murder and also filing a false report with authorities. So I'm here in front of the courthouse. This is in downtown Riverside. This is the Hall of Justice here, and you can see already there is a lot of news media from around the country and Southern California going to be covering the case. Kind of wraps around the block. I'm going to head into court right now as well. We're going to have updates throughout the day. They're scheduled to be arraigned at 1:30 local time. The parents of missing baby Emmanuel officially.
We'll see.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Ms. Harrell. And good afternoon, Mr. Harrell. Walking. Hola. Yo, what's up? Emmanuel was severely abused over a period of time. And
Ahmed Belloso, the full information officer. Lies down. Lies. Lies.
Why is he on the highway?
The smell is overwhelming. On the Tira, viewer discretion is advised. Somebody threw dogs. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Somebody has thrown these animals. Oh. No.
Oh, my.
No. Oh.
They got animals all over the highway.
No. Oh, my God. Oh. A female. Oh. I'm so.
My secret.
I'm excited to finally.
You know what? I think it's going to come down to Rebecca against Jake. They're going to need their own attorneys.
Hey guys, Ahmed Belloso here on the Tira, homie, with just PSA for all you fools out there. Unfortunately, I have been asked to retract everything from the Emmanuel Haro case, homie, and so I'm going to listen to our good old sheriff, homie, on the Tira. I will pull myself out of the case, but at the same time, you are not allowed to use any of my videos at all for evidence, homie, unless subpoenaed by a court of law. He dicho, caso cerrado, Ahmed Belloso, and I do not support Chad Bianco, homie. Go watch the interview in the World Process News, homie. If I smell like shit, Spence on the tira, dog, but the sheriff smeared me to my face, dog, in front of God and everybody, homie, and so it's okay. Do you, boo? Do you? How you doing? Bendy Williams has left the chat, and I do not support Chad Bianco in any way, shape, or form. On the tira, homie. No further questions. Hey guys, Ahmed Belloso here on Homes. If you got vatos out there saying that they got videos directly for me and the Java Corvetti, que no sé qué, homie, show the proof, Holmes, because I ain't sent nobody nothing, especially not you or him or anybody, Holmes. It's the other way around. They sent it to me, homie. So please refrain. Hearing it from me, you ain't heard it from nobody else. Don't believe these vatos, Holmes. Straight up on the tira. Holmes.
So your name is Gina Ayala? Am I saying that right?
Yes, Gina Ayala. And I've been following the case since the very, very beginning. And one day I was on TikTok. I watched it through TikTok. And one day I was watching it on TikTok, and Chaos coordinator / Disney mom reached out to me, and she asked me to start supporting Emmanuel's Law.
And what is Emmanuel's Law?
Emmanuel's Law is to protect every child, to make sure that no other child goes to convicted child abusers in the future. We're supporting him. I'm nervous right now. I'm sorry.
No, you're doing
we got
great.
the QR code, and it's www.emmanuelslaw.com. And so we have I think we have almost 10,000 signatures already, because there's a couple other people that also have Emmanuel's Law petitions going out. So we're hoping to go to Congress and turn this into a law to protect every child. Here's the back.
Yes, ma'am. So your name is Gina?
I know it's...
It's a candlelight visual.
Will Emmanuel Haro's remains ever be found? Now that's...
I bet
Y'all, we got some breaking news. It looks like Rebecca and Jake Otto are about to get arrested, or they.
Oh wow.
So I've been doing.
They've been arrested.
2, 1. Good morning, everybody. I'm Garrett Hoddle with KESQ. We're outside the Riverside Hall of Justice this morning. We know that Rebecca and Jake Harrow are set to be arraigned today. A little bit of an update. We know that has been pushed back to 10:30. It was originally slated at 8:30. We're expecting a Riverside Sheriff's deputy to come out and explain and clarify for us before we head into court today. We're going to bring you an update. Stick with News Channel 3 for updates throughout the newscast at 4, 5, 6, and 6:30 p.m.
Okay, so that's what he just said, you guys. That is an update. It was pushed back. It was scheduled for 8:30. If you guys are here, and we were waiting for the 8:30 update. And I'm like, it's way past 8:30. Now it's pushed back to 10:30. So it's not 10:30 there. It is only but 10:04 there. So that is why it's no, we haven't heard anything. I was like, why in the world we ain't heard anything? I got to figure this stuff out. You guys, I told you I will figure it out. I will find somebody that will do a live or something, or a newscast or something, will tell us why we haven't heard anything, because it would just be crazy to be like, if you guys went to court at 8:30, okay, now it's 9, 8:30, it is 10 o'clock. We haven't heard anything. So we got 30 minutes. Shauna says at first he was doing great. Then he started reporting stuff that wasn't happening and doing all this crazy stuff. I don't know, Shauna. I don't follow him like that, but I do like his podcast. He's outstanding to me. I think, like he said, you guys are gonna try to get some of his. He's got a lot of information that he done put into this case, and that's why they're at where they're at. She says, but to stand up and try to advocate and fight for children's lives and rights, you have to be healthy yourself, not fighting cancer. Well, because mentally at the point you need to be working on you. I understand it sounds bad, but it's what we have to do as humans for our health. Exactly. So I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna go run a little errand. Shauna, come back, please. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna close the chat. I'm gonna go and let me go feed my dog. I've got to give him his medicine. It won't take me long, okay? Let me go take care of this real quick. You're okay. You're all right. No, out. 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 You're good. You're good, baby. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Shauna, you still here? Because Emmanuel, at first he was okay, but to stand up and try to advocate, okay, fight for children. Okay. Okay, Shauna. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Let's see what else. See, I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want to miss nothing. I'm serious. So I'm looking. Yo. They say, hey, Lisa. The more I look at baby Emmanuel's picture, the more it becomes apparent that he needed help all along and ever. Yeah. Yeah, he do got a cross eye. Dang. I'm going to take that picture. I'm going to take that picture, you guys. That's a good picture. Oh, shoot. Okay. So we're looking to see what is going on. Latest discovery in search for Emmanuel. Search dogs stopped at a remote spot near Yucapa where they picked up Emmanuel's scent. What they found buried left rescuers stunned. What did they find? Okay, let me go into the chat and see. Oh, somebody said, oh God. Okay. Okay, I don't see anything, you guys. I don't see anything.
Carmen Thompson had just walked through some.
Um, hmm. Oh, wow. Little Woody was in, oh my goodness. His eye is all busted. What the heck happened to Woody? He was involved in a motor accident. Oh, his teeth is messed up. His head is all scarred. His eyes are swollen. Oh, Lord. That's crazy. Who became a popular face? Yeah. Kenneth Copeland took a graphic video shows the rapper bloody and lying motionless in the street in front of witnesses. Footage also shows a wrecked dirt bike or small motorcycle near Woody, has revealed. It was a self-inflicted wreck. Oh, God. He doing too much. He doing way too much. He looks bad. I'm going to take that picture, too. He looks horrible. Okay. I wasn't on here looking for that. Dang.
Stop. Don't touch me there.
Something I always want to throw in. Breaking twist in Emmanuel search. Rescue teams dig at a desert lot. The object pulled from the ground. Okay, hold on. Shocked everyone on scene 21 hours ago. What was it? Okay, let's see what it was. But was it the baby or not? More clickbait, more lies. Okay, well, that's some bull. That was some bull.
Columbus.
Okay, so okay. We're still looking.
About if you want a job with us after.
Really?
Hey, I'm not the boss. The boss is here. We're looking for a weatherman.
Well, hey, I know weather. I was feeling the rain outside right now. So.
Okay. All right. Good? Yes.
This is Ahmad. He's on NBC. He done made the big
Okay,
news.
great. Here we go. All right. Everyone has the right to free speech, and with cell phones, people are going online and saying whatever they want. And it turns out, though, much of the public prefers getting their information this way rather than from myself, traditional media. But why? Here to have this conversation with me is Ahmed Veloso, host of the popular social media platform Ahmed Tira. Welcome.
I love the way you said that. Thank you so much to you and the studio and just for everybody who commented and got me here.
Yeah.
So
you first time in the actual studio, right?
Yeah,
new studio.
Well, I've been in
like new studio, yes. I've been in like radio.
Okay, I don't want to hear that. I don't care. This baby was found safe. Okay. Mm-hmm. So Jake was due in banning court September the 2nd. I was right, you guys. He did have court September the 2nd on the probation. I don't know what happened there. I'm still trying to figure out what's hidden in Emmanuel's phone photos. Mm-hmm. Okay. Authorities are investigating after a body was found at the bottom of a cliff in Palos Verdes estate. Okay, well.
Good morning, everybody. Fubianco here on the Tira, and new developments in the case regarding Emmanuel Jarro. I know a lot of people have been asking me for my input, and I try very hard to keep my opinions, but facts are the facts, and these are some of the facts that I've acquired along the way. As we know, the call came in on August 14th of baby Emmanuel being allegedly kidnapped or abducted by an Ola-wielding man in the beautiful city of Yucaipa when approached as Rebecca Jarro, the mother, was changing the baby in the back seat of their vehicle. Right. An Ola-wielding man came and struck her so hard in the back of the head that a black eye ensued shortly thereafter, raising questions to the validity of the investigation now being foul play, quite real possibility, because the stories did not add up regarding new developments saying that quite possibly the mother and father had been staking out the property that nobody really can say when Emmanuel was last seen, and then multiple products being purchased such as hacksaws from hardware stores or carpet cleaners from Home Depot, or being seen throughout multiple locations around the Inland Empire, more notably Yucaipa, and the family compound now coming into under heavy scrutiny, where clothing was found at a residence about a few hundred feet away, about half a mile out of the old sister's residence. A fire, and it only speculated to the possibility of baby Emmanuel, and evidence being discarded. New evidence has come into play where cadaver dogs had now checked the Badlands to no avail, and Jake was seen at the side of the 60 freeway
But now the question remains, who took Jake, or did Jake take them on the tira? And so we did our own investigations, and we did come to the number 789. And so sometimes we just have to sit back and let it all come out in the sopa and determine what they knew, how they did it, if they basically how they moved leading up to the events of the situation at hand. And that will determine the punishment, that will determine all outcomes leading up to this conviction. And that now that both parents are under arrest, now we have to find this child. But you have to understand that the more time, the less chance that you will find this baby. And with the leads that we have, I believe that we very prepared that we may never ever find him on the tira.
Well, you said all that to tell us that so a friend's shocking confession about Emmanuel. Someone close to the hero spoke to the police about a late night conversation involving Emmanuel. What they admitted about Emmanuel's parents will make your jaw drop. So if the friend knew something, why didn't they speak up a long time ago? Why now? All these people think it's a game. It's the life of a child. He's not a toy. This is going to drag because both parents are idiots and just can't say where the child is at. So I don't know why people put out fake news. I don't know why. But I'm going to see what they're talking about. Oh, great.
We're here at the Pomona Valley Hospital.
No.
Started posting about the Harrow case.
I stumbled upon this case because I'm like the new milk carton. Since my page is so big, I do a lot of GoFundMes, a lot of people missing kids, and so they come to me because I have, and you know.
Do you really have sources and videos?
I share everything.
Okay.
Like if I say I got a source, it all checks out. I believe you have to have integrity. This story would have got swept under the rug. It would have become another missing kid. It would have been another milk carton. The time frame, the longer it goes, the less chance you're gonna find this boy. I'm not above